In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace a front brake flex hose on a Jeep Patriot located in the front fender well. So before I do any hydraulic work on calipers, flex hoses, or anything, I like to take the brake pedal and bring it all the way to the floor. And in this case, I'm going to have a hood rod. You can use like a pry bar, and I'm going to keep the pedal all the way down, use the driver's seat, and hold it in place. Now with that pressure on there, it'll stop it from leaking constantly. So with a 19mm socket, we're going to remove the tire. If your tire is frozen on, always put a lug nut back on partially by hand tight. Give it a bang. So now if we follow that flex hose up to the strut housing, there's two bolts. We have to undo both of them because the top one actually bolts through the flex hose bracket. So 13mm socket or wrench. That's the mounting screw actually for the ABS sensor, but see how it goes actually through the bracket for the flex hose. Set those bolts aside. We're going to reuse those. And now we're going to work our way up to the steel line. Now this steel line fitting is a 12mm. I'm going to use a flare wrench so that way I don't round it off. And just give it a good tug, break it free. Once you feel comfortable that it's broken free enough, I'm going to swap out the flare for a regular wrench so it goes a little faster. Make sure you pay attention that you're not spinning the steel inside there. If you are, then just keep working it back and forth this way, and hopefully it breaks free. It doesn't hurt if you want to spray it with any penetrating spray. And there we go. Now what I like to do is I take a little pry bar or a flathead screwdriver. These are called horseshoe clips, and I'm going to go in there and just push against it and get it out of the way. So you can see a little bit of it. You can use pliers too. Get it to a point where you can see it and then pull it right off. You're going to reuse that, so save it. Let's pull that right down and discard that. I'm just going to take a rag because of the road junk that's on here, all the dirt. I want to get that nice and clean so when I put the new hose up, I don't get anything inside the hose. So now we'll take the hose. See how it's got a cutoff? It's half moon right here. I'm going to match that up to that bracket. In this case, it goes like that. So now I'm holding it in place, and I'm going to take my horseshoe clamp and just give it a push in with my thumb, hold it in place. Now I'm going to get the 12mm wrench. Make sure I seat that, put some pressure on that, and then I can just take this wrench and slowly turn it in. I want to feel it grab gently, not forcefully. Once I know I didn't cross thread it, it's going in nice and smooth. We'll just continue that till it snugs down. Right there. I'm just going to take a little hammer and tap that horseshoe clamp in now that I know it's all set. Let's take that flare wrench, that 12mm flare wrench, and really snug this up. All right, now we can follow this down. See how it mounted before. This little steel elbow goes into this hole, open hole in that strut housing. Goes like that. Take one of our mounting bolts. Let's mount that flex hose bracket right to the actual strut housing. 13mm socket. Now the ABS sensor does the same thing with that little cutout right on that bracket. 13mm socket. with that mounting bolt. There's no torque on those, just snug them up. Now you're going to take your banjo bolt, put a brand new copper washer on the actual flare side where the washer is, like the head of the bolt, and you're going to bring that right through. Now follow the tension on that hose, make sure it's not twisted, and you'll see the cutout on the top of this caliper. That's where the hose is going to sit. Put our other secondary new washer on that side, threaded side, and definitely start it by hand. 12mm socket or wrench. And when it bottoms out right there, go about another quarter turn. Perfect. Now we can release our brake pedal. We've checked our master, it's full, and we're going to pump up the brake. This is filling up the caliper and the flex hose from anything that drained out. There we go. Now I have a pedal. Now we'll go gravity bleed. So now we're going to gravity bleed and we're going to loosen up the bleeder screw. And it's a 9/32 or a 7mm socket or wrench. And we'll break that open. So after several minutes and we see no more air coming out, we feel like it's safe. We can just close that up, snug it up, 7mm. Clean it up, put our boot back on. Just going to take some of the parts cleaner. Put the boot back on. Now check the brake pedal. If it feels like it doesn't travel to the floor, you're all set. If you feel like you have any air still in the system, you should move forward and perform a full bleed. Now we can put our tire back on. Just hand start the lug nuts. That's a 19mm socket. We're just going to snug it up before we torque it and do it in a star pattern. Okay, now we can lower it and torque it to specs. Wheel torque is 100 foot-pounds. We're going to torque it in a star pattern. So before we get started, I'm going to take all the old brake fluid out. But while you're here, you might as well check your cap and see if it tells you exactly what brake fluid to put in. And this particular cap does not. So you're going to have to go refer your manual. It should be like a .3 or .4. Take the cap off, and I have like a little siphoner. You can use a turkey baster. Anything that you can get down in there to get the fluid out. And you're going to keep doing this till you get all the fluid out. So we're going to top off our master. Make sure the cap is on tight. The bleeding sequence for this Jeep Patriot is left rear first, then right front second, right rear third, and then you end at the left front. So we're at the left rear, and I'm going to tell my helper, go ahead and pump it up. I'm going to take our safety boot off, our clean boot. And then I have a little catch basin, catch that fluid. This is going to be an 8mm wrench. I'm just going to put it on there, then put our bleeder on. Opening. I'm going to close it up. Pump it up. Average standard is like 3 to 4 times before you see no more air bubbles. Opening. Closing it. Pump it up. Opening. I'm going to do it one more time. Closed. Pump it up. Opening. You see, oh, I just got air bubbles there. So I'm going to do it one more time. Closed. Pump it up. There we go. All right, you can pump it up, and then we're going to go to the right front wheel. Put my cover back on, and let's go to the right front. Take that cap off, grab our fluid, and top it off. Now it's topped off. Put the cap back on, and we'll continue bleeding. So I'm going to have my driver turn the wheel. Just turn it to the right a little bit so we can access it a little bit easier. Now I'm going to remove my boot, dust boot, keep that. And I'm going to put my 8mm wrench on. You can go ahead and pump it up. Put my catch basin on. And we're going to open the bleeder. Pump it up. Pump it up. Probably do this 2 more times. Closed. Pump it up. Pump it up. Okay, we're going to put our dust boot on. Now our bleeding's all done. Pedal feels good, so we're going to top off our master and then road test it. Make sure the cap is on tight. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.